Welcome to the Create Confidence webinar. I'm so excited you're here because that means that you have something that you're after. You're wanting more out of life. And that is the recipe to a great, fulfilled, phenomenal life. There's two kinds of people. There's people who just sit around and they wish that they had things, and then there's the people who go and get the things that they're after. And the fact that you're here means that you are going to go and get those things that you're after, and you are looking for more, you're wanting more. So I want to first congratulate you and applaud you for stepping into that and just embarking on this journey, because this is going to change your life. And if you just keep listening, take the pieces that you need to hear, because I think that really when it comes to confidence, there's 2 or 3 major things that are happening that is holding you back. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right into those and talk about the things that can be holding us back. There could be a lot of different things that happen when we're young kids. A lot of times the things that are said to us or done to us, we take that on as shame and guilt, and we take that on as part of our personality, and we tend to let that shape who we are as people. So for example, like if there was a little girl and she was singing away and she was really projecting and really getting into this song, and she was really thinking that she was nailing it. And maybe that particular day, her mom had a really rough day at work. Something was really bothering her mom, and the little girl's singing was irritating. It wasn't that the little girl was singing horribly. It was just that any noise at that particular time was aggravating. So her mom said, you know, quiet down, be quiet. Like, your singing is awful. Your singing hurts my brain. And so what we do when we're kids, we take comments like that. We take those comments on as part of who we are, and we feel ashamed when we sing. We think that anytime we sing that we're causing harm to people. And so what you need to do is you really need to go through your childhood and break down the stuff that was said to you, the stuff that made you feel like you sucked, because that's what happens. You know, every person is born to be a success. We are literally born winning the very first race, the biggest struggle of our life. If you think about it, when we are conceived, right, there is 3 million sperm racing to one egg, and that winning sperm was you. Like, you succeeded. You were born a success. That was not an easy process. That whole process was a struggle, and you came into this world essentially perfect, right? Like, you were only afraid of 2 things when you were born. When you were born, you were afraid of loud noises and you were afraid of falling. That's it. Every other fear we have is imposed on us by our environment. And a lot of our lack of confidence is imposed on us by our environment. At some point, somebody might have told you you were ugly, might have told you you were overweight, might have told you you were loud, might have told you that you were annoying, might have told you that you didn't talk right, that nobody could understand you, that you mumbled, that you never did something right. And so that is the big one that holds us back, right? It's our environment. Okay, our environment plays a huge role on how we show up and how much confidence we have. If you are in relationship with people that are consistently cutting you down, that is a recipe for no confidence, right? If every morning when you wake up, somebody's like, man, you look like crap today. You're like, yeah, I know, I feel like crap, and man, maybe I do look like crap, and I am crap, right? It's easy to let our environment dictate those things, and that ultimately impacts our confidence, right? If we go into the office and it's like, man, you look like crap today, and then you have that conversation with yourself and you're like, yeah, today is a crap day, and then you need to go give a business proposal, or you need to go to a boardroom and you need to bring your game, that's when you need to step up into your confidence, and you don't, because your environment has already primed you. Your environment has primed you to have no confidence. It's basically said, I'm crap today. And so it's just like, yeah, today's not a good day, right? So we need to control our environment as much as we can, right? So we need to eliminate, okay? Eliminate toxic people. Okay, and I realize that sometimes you can't just totally make those go away, right? At your office, you can't totally make those go away, but you can stop listening to them. okay? Just don't even entertain that, right? When it's like, if somebody can come in and say, man, you look like crap today, you're like, no, I don't, right? You gotta say no. And because the reason why you gotta say no out loud verbally, okay, you say no because whatever in your mind, whatever you do not consciously object, you subconsciously accept. And this is what happens in society. Everybody is a critic. It is so easy to be critical of other people. And so that's what people do. And misery loves company. So what happens when we're feeling like crap today? We go and we look for other people who are feeling like crap so that we can have our company in our misery. Okay? So if you've got that person in your office that is always miserable, that is always, pointing out the negative, try to stay away from them. You try to eliminate them as much as you possibly can, because you need to consciously say, no, that's not true out loud, or subconsciously you accept it. It goes into this perception that you have of yourself, and it reinforces this fact of why you're not confident. All right? It's because what we're going to do, we're going to set up our day with people and environments that are going to make us feel good and build us up, so that it's reinforcing all the things that we're going to start telling ourselves about how we are confident. Okay? Because the thing is that I can go through this massive list of all the things that steal our confidence, but this is the biggest one. Okay? Your environment steals your confidence. You got to get around people that make you feel good. You got to get around people that empower you to be this bigger, better version of yourself that is inside, right? You know that that's in there because you were born that way, and you can feel it. You can feel it on your heart. And I know that you can, because everybody has something on their heart. You have something on your heart because you're here right now. That's why you're watching this webinar, is because you got something on your heart that you want to be confident enough to do. Because that's the thing. We all have stuff that we want to do. The only difference between the people who get what they want and the people who don't is their confidence to try. And the fact that you're here means that you're going to try. So keep with me, stick with me, because what we can do is we're going to start building, okay? And we're going to start every morning when you're brushing your teeth, okay? We are going to brush and prime. Write that down. That is very important to remember. Brush and prime. While you're brushing your teeth, you're going to have a list, okay? This is your mirror. Maybe your mirror is square and the size of this whole thing, so just improvise. This is your mirror. And when you are brushing your teeth, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror. And around your mirror, or on your mirror, you're going to have a list of all the things that are awesome about you, okay? It's going to be like, I am beautiful. I am confident. I have the power to influence people. I deserve a raise. I am worth more. I am enough. All of those things. I can say what I want. I can speak my feelings. I can speak my truth. I will not apologize for my goals. I will not apologize for my success, right? All of those, the list of things for you. Everybody is different. Everybody has something that they need to know. But we all need to know, all of us, every single one of us needs to know that we are enough. Because that is the primary fear of every single human being. It does not matter if you are Kim Kardashian. You think that you are not enough. And when any fear comes up, it doesn't matter if you're going to get in a fight and you're worried you're going to lose, you're feeling like you're not enough. It doesn't matter if you're scared that your spouse is going to walk away from you, that you're afraid you're not enough. If you're scared your child is going to get abducted, that is the fear that you are not a good enough parent to protect them. Every single fear, if you trace that fear back, you're stressed at work. Stress is a fancy word for fear. Why are you stressed at work? Because you're afraid you're not going to hit a deadline. You're afraid you're going to let somebody down. You're afraid somebody's going to be disappointed in your work. All of those things, you're afraid you're not enough. You're afraid you're going to lose love and connection. Why would you ever lose love and connection? Because you're not enough for that person to love you. That is literally it. We have one fear of falling, right? I get it. Well, that has nothing to do with being enough, because if we get pushed off of a cliff, we will die. Fear of loud noises, we just don't like it. Those are genuine fears. Other than that, we create every other fear out of being not being enough. Okay? So every morning you are going to prime yourself for your day. Do you understand me? You are going to brush and you are going to prime. And on the top of that list, you are going to say, I am enough. And then this is I am enough. I am enough. Okay? Even for me to host this webinar, I had to prime for this. I had to prime in the confidence to put out a link on social media that I was going to hold a confidence webinar. I had to have the confidence to even put that link out there because people might judge me. People might think I'm silly. People might think I'm dumb. People might, all of those things, right? So even to put the link out there to say I was going to have the webinar, that took confidence. And I had to be confident in the fact that I was enough to deliver this message and provide value to people. The second thing I had to be enough was I had to be enough to deliver this information. I needed to know that I could do that. And so that was the second thing. And now it's just like I primed for this moment. I went and I primed. I looked in the mirror and I said, I am going to be able to deliver this message, deliver this content to these people and help them understand that they can be confident too. I had to be confident in that ability showing up right now. And if I wasn't confident in doing that, how on earth am I going to help you be confident? Okay? And the reason why I could do all of those things, the reason why I did that is right there. I told myself I was enough. I told myself I could do it. And I let go of all of the reasons of other people who said that I couldn't. Okay? And that's what you have to do. Okay, so to do this, what do I need to do? I need to believe that I can speak in a way people will listen. So I'm going to write that down. I can speak in a way people will listen. I can influence people to change their lives. I can, all of those things, right? Everything that I need to reach my goal, I need to be able to speak my mind, right? If you want to have the confidence to have an exceptional marriage, if you want the confidence to lose weight, you need to be able to be honest with yourself and you need to be able to tell other people exactly how you feel. If you want to lose weight and you go out for lunch with a girlfriend of yours, then you need to be able to say, no, I am having only a salad. And I don't care if you judge me for that. I don't care if you shame me for that. I don't care if that makes you feel bad because I'm having a salad and you're still having that cream cheese filled amazingness. You have to be confident in enough to not apologize for your goals and dreams in the sense that it might make somebody else feel uncomfortable. And that is what we do. We sabotage our own confidence all the time for people just to not make them feel bad about themselves. And that is so silly. We can't do that. We have to believe in ourselves. So brush and prime is going to be the first thing that you do during your day that is going to just get you ready to know that you are enough, okay? And so that is a very tactical step one, okay? Something that I want you guys to know, something I want you to know is that you have a subconscious mind. You have this area of your mind that is just constantly picking up on things that you don't even know you're picking up on. In our environment, we can only perceive so much in images, right? We think that we see with our eyes, right? When we're looking out, we can see someone crossing the street. We can see a tree. But the thing is, we are sensing there is so much in our environment that our brain is constantly dropping information. It's letting go of any information that it feels is not important. And what decides what's important to your brain is this very particular part of the brain that you say, this is important to me. When you have a vision board, when you decide you want to buy a new car, when you have a goal, when you decide you want something, all of a sudden your brain starts picking up on this is important. So you start noticing. It's kind of like when you buy a new outfit and you're like, this outfit is awesome and it's so unique and no one else will have it. And then you wear it and then you see, oh, so-and-so at the mall has it. That person over there even has that jacket. And you start seeing this jacket everywhere. And it is not that every person went out and bought that jacket on the very same day that you did. That's not what happened. What happened is your brain loves this jacket now. You see this jacket often. This jacket is something that you recognize because it's important to you. You love this jacket. So now you're seeing that jacket everywhere because it's not that it wasn't there before. It's not that it wasn't there before. It's that your brain dropped it. It was not important. It was not significant enough for your brain to notice. But now your brain is noticing. And the same thing happens in our subconscious mind when it comes to confidence. And when we are told all the time that we're not confident, like, I'm just not very confident in that, our brain picks up on all the things that support that idea. It picks up on all the reasons why we're not confident, all the reasons why you're not enough, all the reasons why, yes, you really should be afraid to speak your mind. You really should be able to ask for a raise. You really shouldn't be able to do all those things because that's really scary. And it points out all of the reasons why that would be true. So I want you to know that what you have in your subconscious mind are things that your brain will go and pick out and support. So we need to be in charge of our subconscious mind, and we need to be able to force things in there. And that is going to be through auto-suggestion. And that sounds really crazy, like some kind of subliminal message thing, but all of that is like a thing because it's real, okay? Auto-suggestion, subliminal messages, all of affirmations, those work because you have a subconscious mind. And so what you need to do is you need to create affirmations for yourself. You need to create destination statements for yourself. You need to declare what you want, and you need to say it out loud, write it down, both of those things all the time. And there's 2 times where your mind is totally open to auto-suggestion, and that is right in the morning when you wake up and in the evening when you go to bed. Right when you're teetering on the edge of sleep and awakeness, that is when your subconscious mind is wide open to auto-suggestion. So when you look in the mirror in the morning and you're like, oh, I look like crap, the rest of your day is going to support that statement. So what you need to do, when you get out of bed, you need to have a pen and a paper and something written down, your statement that says, I am the best, blah, blah, blah. I am the best employee you've ever seen. I am the best business owner in this city. I am the best, whatever you are striving for. I am the best spouse anyone could ever ask for. Even if you're single, you write down, I am the best partner, the best significant other anyone could ever ask for. And when you start believing that, because you say it every single day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you write it down and you don't believe it right now today. The thing is that you will start feeling that, and you will start finding things to support that statement as being true. And when you can support that statement as being true, you will be able to find your person. You will be able to ask for your raise. You will be able to do the things that you thought were never possible, because you will have the confidence, because you believe in yourself. Because that's what happens. That's what happens when you start believing in yourself. You're going to start trying. And there is very, very important to do that in the morning and in the evening. So, sorry, I dropped my marker. So very important, auto-suggestion, subconscious mind. You got to put that stuff in there, and you just got to tell yourself. And part of that is brush and prime. Part of that is writing down simple sentence affirmations. I am the best spouse. I am the best parent. I am the best employee. I am the best business owner. Whatever it needs to be, you got to start believing in yourself as being the best, because then you're going to start doing all kinds of crazy things that you would never do. Okay? And you can't focus on the how. If you say, I'm going to be the best business owner in this city, don't focus on how. It doesn't matter how. How will become clear. And that is why we don't have confidence, is we focus on the how. Okay? Because there is a loop. There is confidence up here. Confidence. And then down here, there's competence. And this is a loop. This is a circle, because what happens, in order for us to have confidence, we want to have competence. We want to know how. When we have total competence, right? We know we can tie our shoes. Somebody could give us a shoe and say, could you tie this for me? And we would just do it. We would have total confidence that we could do it because we know how. We know we can do it. But the key thing with confidence and getting to where you want to be is that you don't know how, right? The how is this thing in the middle that's stopping you, right? How stops this loop. If we don't know how, then we don't try. But we can't gain competence. We can't gain competence of the how if we don't try. So at some point in time, we got to break through this thing. We got to break through the how. So who gives a crap how? How am I going to be the best spouse ever? I'm overweight. I don't socialize well. I don't know how to start a conversation with a stranger. I don't know how to. Don't worry about that. The second you stop worrying about how is this instant that you can start having faith in what is going to be. And then the how will unfold itself. Because if you don't believe in yourself as being somebody that is good enough for anybody else, you will never find that partner. You will never be able to ask for a raise. You will never be able to. And so sometimes this competence, sometimes there's some training we need here. Sometimes there's a book we need to read. Sometimes we need to become educated. But straight up, we need to practice is what we need. We need to practice. If you want to, let's say you want to ask your boss for a raise and you don't have the confidence to do it. Why? Because that person's scary? Because you think you're not doing a good enough job? Like, is it because you don't think you're adding that value back to the company? Do you think you deserve a raise? If you think you deserve a raise and you want to ask for one, list out all the reasons why and practice having that conversation with your kids. Practice having that conversation with your spouse. Practice having that conversation, because then you will know exactly how you're going to ask and you will know exactly what you're going to say. You will know because you will become competent in it. But what we do is we say, man, I really want to ask my boss for a raise. Oh, I could never do that. I don't even know how to begin. I don't know how to approach him. I don't know. You do know how. You know how to approach him. You know, just say, hey, I want to have a meeting, right? A lot of the how-to, we do know, but it takes practice. And if you need to practice setting up a meeting with your boss to talk about you, then do it. And if you want to leave the raise out of it, just do it. Just have a practice. Say, I just wanted to touch base with you this month because there was some things going on. And I just wanted to make sure, everything was good and we were cool and this and that. Think practice talking to your boss. Build a relationship with that person. And then you will have the confidence to talk to them. But the thing is that we don't break through this. We don't break through this because we are scared. We are scared that we're not going to be enough. We're scared we're going to fall down. We're scared we're going to fail. We're scared we're going to look silly. Who cares? No one on this planet is perfect. And another big confidence killer is a perfectionist. If you have to have everything perfect, you will never break through to competence because you will never believe that you can do it because it needs to be perfect. And perfection is a confidence killer because everything has to line up. Everything has to be just right. And while you are totally obsessing about all the things that you need to be perfect, somebody over here who's not a perfectionist, they're just an action taker, they're going to blow right by you and they're going to get the raise and they're going to get the promotion. And you're going to be sitting over here saying, but I was doing everything perfect. Yeah, maybe that one task thing that you were doing it perfect, but we wanted more. We just needed you to get it done. Done is better than perfect 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000. Perfect does not gain you credit with anybody. It just raises everyone else's expectations of you and sets you up in this circle of misery. So what I'm going to do right now, I've got to wrap this up because I know that everybody has their own thing that they're working on. Everybody needs confidence for a very specific thing. And I know right now, these little tools that I've given you, I know that those are going to help you. And I know that those are going to help you reach your goals if you do them. But what I also know about you, and because all people are the same, we are all very different, but we all operate the same, is I know you're gonna spend a couple days, you might write down a couple affirmations, and put your list by your mirror. But after a couple days, you're gonna be like, this garbage doesn't work. This isn't working, right? What's going on with this? I'm not seeing the results. But I want to challenge you. However many years old you are, so I'm 30 years old. So I've been spending the last 30 years of my life subject to my environment, subject to people telling me that I'm not intelligent, subject to people telling me I'm too loud, I'm too bossy, my voice is too deep, all these things. I've been subject to that for 30 years. And I'm not going to be able to change 30 years of programming in 3 days. Okay, so I need you guys to give this a fair shot. But what I also know is that you guys are going to start getting scared. And you just are going to say, these little affirmations, these little brush and primes are not enough. And these toxic people that I have in my life, I can't really eliminate them, and I'm stuck. And you're going to let this slide. So what you really need is an accountability partner. So if you're not following me on social media yet, you need to start following me, because I'm going to give you a reminder every single day to chase what you want. And that is very important, to know and to be hungry for the things that you want. So you're going to have that reminder on social media. But what I also want you to do is I want you to reach out to me for one-on-one coaching. Since you're watching this webinar, I'm going to give you a free 1-hour session, totally free of coaching, because I want to get to know you. I want to get into community with you, and I want to know what it is you're after, and I want to know what you want. And we will break through the how-to together. We will start building this competence loop together, because I just know, right? I just know that if I talk to you for 10 minutes, I will be able to identify exactly what is holding you back. And I know that because I just had a conversation with a friend of mine, and he was talking about how, he really wants to start over and build a new career. He's got all of this knowledge, all of this education behind him. And the original plan, the original idea for his life was he was going to get all this education behind him, and then he was going to go into sales. And because that was going to make him the real money, but he wanted to know how to do it first. So he's learned how to do it. He is a professional, a 4-year educated licensed professional, and now he wants to go and sell. But what is holding him back is that he has no hair. He's bald. And he doesn't know how to live his life without wearing a hat. And he thinks, when he envisions himself as a salesperson, he's not wearing a hat. Salespeople don't wear hats. That is his limiting belief. That is his limiting factors, because he can't see himself even speaking to somebody without a hat on, because he doesn't have any hair. People have things like that holding them back all this time. And when I told him that, when I looked him right in the face and I said, are you really going to let the fact that you don't have any hair stop you from achieving your dreams? And he was just totally shocked. He couldn't even believe it. He was making up all these other excuses, all these other problems of all the reasons why he couldn't go into sales. But straight up, it is one thing. It is one thing that he thinks in his physical appearance, he is not going to be enough, that people are not going to, he can't do it. He can't get past that. And so now that we know that, we can work on that, right? Once you know your thing, you can beat it. You can get past it. And I know that you can do that, because I've had so many conversations with so many people just around what they really want in life and what's stopping them. And it's kind of like looking for the ketchup in the fridge. It's like you're looking, you're like, I can't find it, I can't figure it out. And somebody walks up right behind you and they're like, it's right there. We are looking so hard because we expect getting what we want to be hard. We expect that. We're told that from a very young age, that what we want is going to be hard to get, that we don't look in the easy places. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in, you're going to You're going to share your story with me, share your dreams with me, and then we're going to chase it together, because I'm going to give you the confidence to do it, and you're going to gain the competence. And it's just, you're never going to look back, and you're never going to be able to do this again, because you're going to have the tools. I don't want to coach you because I want you to become dependent on me. I want to coach you because I want to move you further ahead in your life. I want to show you that you can have absolutely anything you want. So respond to this email, info@bonnieprovincial.com, or you can go to my website and reach out to me there. But find me on social media, proven_progress on Instagram, proven progress on Facebook, because progress is really what we need. All we need is progress. We got to be working for something more. And the only thing stopping us from more is confidence. So go on, email me, reach out to me, and just say, Bonnie, I listened to your confidence webinar, coach me, please. It's totally free. One session, totally free, no strings attached. Reach out, tell me your story. I want to help you.